I am excited to tell you about an incredible discovery, one of the most important archaeological discoveries of all times. It both silences the critics and affirms our confidence in the historicity of Scripture. I'll be right back to tell you more.
Welcome to Faith Affirming Findings, a podcast dedicated to sharing with you
the incredible discoveries from the field of biblical archaeology.
These findings will strengthen your faith, affirm the historicity of Scripture, and provide you with unique insights into the culture and background of the Bible.
Now, here is your host, Associate Professor of Bible Exposition at Dallas Theological Seminary,
Dr. Paul Weaver.
I'm recording today from outside of Buenos Aires, Argentina, where I'm the keynote speaker for a conference held by Palabra de Vida in concert with Dallas Theological Seminary in Espanol program. I'll be presenting 3 messages on why the Bible and theology is indeed important. Your time is precious, so let's jump right into today's faith-affirming finding. I am so excited to tell you about an amazing discovery from the field of biblical archaeology, certainly one of the top 10 of all time. I'm speaking of none other than the Silver Scrolls. The Silver Scrolls were discovered in 1979 by a team led by Gabriel Barkay. Barkay's team was excavating a 7th century BC burial site located in the Hinnom Valley of Jerusalem. A 13-year-old boy named Nathan wanted help with the excavation. To get this young boy out of Barkay's way, Barkay gave him the trivial task of cleaning an area of the tomb in preparation for pictures to be taken. In Nathan's boredom, he began banging the floor with a hammer. The floor cracked and revealed that it was not a floor at all, but rather it was the ceiling that had previously collapsed on top of the floor, concealing many priceless treasures underneath. Typically, graves like these would have been pilfered by grave robbers long ago, but the collapsing of the ceiling had concealed this treasure trove for over 2,500 years. That is, until Nathan, by pure chance, stumbled upon them. Over 1,000 artifacts were found in this tomb, but far and away, the most significant discovery were 2 very small scrolls made from silver strips. These silver scrolls, as they're called, prior to being unrolled, were no larger than the diameter of a quarter and resembled the size of a cigarette butt. The scrolls had a hole in the middle where the string could be strung and were likely worn around the neck of the owners. The writing on these scrolls was very tiny, also indicating that they were not intended to be read, but rather worn. Inscription included an abbreviated version of the Aaronic blessing recorded in Numbers chapter 6, verses 24 through 26. The scrolls are dated between 725 and 650 BC. Scroll number 1, once unrolled, was only approximately 1 inch wide and 3 3/4 inches long. Scroll number 2, once unrolled, was approximately 1.5 inches high and 1/2 inch wide. These 2 discoveries predate the earliest Dead Sea Scroll by 400 years, and they are the oldest copies of any portion of Scripture. You might recall the Aaronic blessing of Numbers chapter 6, verses 24 through 26, which reads, "May the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face toward you and grant you peace." The Silver Scrolls can be viewed today at the Israel Museum in Jerusalem. What is the significance of these scrolls? First, these scrolls contain the earliest surviving writings from the Bible, predating the Dead Sea Scrolls by 400 years. It is the only copy of any portion of the Scripture dated prior to the Babylonian exile. Second, the contents of these inscriptions are virtually the same as manuscripts that were copied and distributed over 1,500 years later, marking the incredible precision and care that was taken to preserve the Hebrew Scriptures by early scribes. This provides great confidence to the reader of the Bible that Scripture was carefully copied and transmitted even in the earliest years of its history. A third significance, a pre-exilic dating of these scrolls to 722 BC or up to 650 BC debunks the Wellhausen documentary hypothesis, which was widely held by critical scholars. These skeptics did not regard Moses as the author of the Pentateuch. Instead, they argued that this portion of the Pentateuch, called the priestly portion, was written much later, during the post-exilic period. These silver scrolls prove that the writing of the Pentateuch took place very early. This shatters the documentary hypothesis, which states that this portion of the Pentateuch was written during the Babylonian captivity or afterwards. As Schreiner points out, as for what this all means for Wellhausen's ideas, it means that the Ketef Hinnom scrolls, these silver scrolls, contribute to the onslaught against the documentary hypothesis, classically defined, making it largely untenable. The understanding that Moses was the author of the Pentateuch shortly after the events recorded in them occurred, around 1446, is still the best explanation for the evidence. And fourth, these are the first surviving inscriptions of biblical passages to include the Tetragrammaton, Yahweh, God's divine and unpronounceable holy name. Again, debunking Wellhausen's documentary hypothesis. And that is your faith-affirming finding of the week.
Faith Affirming Findings podcast is a listener-supported podcast devoted to affirming your faith in the reliability of Scripture and illuminating your understanding of Scripture.
If you would like to help sponsor the Faith Affirming Finding podcast,
You can make a tax-deductible donation of any amount, large or small,
at faithaffirmingfindings.com. That's faithaffirmingfindings.com and click on the Give tab.
We hope you'll join us again next week for another exciting Faith Affirming Finding.